Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another Taboo Tuesday. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks and I thought today's topic we would talk about making money online. As a creator on social media platforms such as Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, blogging, I have been able to make money over the years as I've been building up my platforms, and I just thought I would share a little bit with you because I feel like people who aren't in the industry don't know a lot of information about it, don't really get it, have quite a lot of negative connotations surrounding it. So I thought hopefully I'll be able to break it down, maybe make you see it in a bit more of a positive light, and sort of just explain like my personal experience, because I feel like I've had quite a lot of experience considering I'm quite a small creator on YouTube, for example. Like my blog is where it all took off sort of thing, and then from there I've expanded and made like two YouTube channels. I've got my Instagram that's sort of like, I'm just sort of like working on my Instagram and making it into a little bit of a business as well, which is amazing. So yeah, I just thought I'd sort of share my experience and hopefully it sort of gives you a bit of an insight into the industry from like my side of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, even if you're a creator, you might enjoy listening to this because my experiences might be different to yours. And I've literally got like a whole breakdown of what I want to talk about, and then I've also got questions from you guys. So that's usually how I do my Taboo Tuesdays. If you don't know, I usually have a topic, write down all the things I want to cover, and then if there's anything else specific that people want to know, you guys can ask me and I'll answer at the end. So yeah, if you have any ideas for any more Taboo Tuesdays, I think this is getting on to maybe like my 6th, 7th one, I don't know. Like I've talked about like sex, relationships, long distance, contraception, periods, like I've literally talked about everything. So keep them coming. I really love talking about stuff like this. I think it's so important to be open and honest and share things that not a lot of people talk about. So anyway, yeah, sorry for the long intro, let's get into the video. First thing I want to talk about is the different ways I have made money online. Some of you guys can actually make money this way too, so I guess this is quite interesting. I'm going to be making a video about how I've saved and budgeted and made money like over the time I've been at university, because I feel like a lot of people seem to think that there's something going on. I don't know, because obviously I've come from like a working class family. We don't have a lot of money, and I'm going on quite a lot of like summer trips this year, so I think some people are a bit confused about that. So I'm sort of going to do a whole nother video on how I've managed to save and like make money whilst being a student. So yeah, that's coming soon too. Anyway, so first things first, one way to make money through doing social media is through Adsense. This is connected to my blog and my YouTube channel, and this is basically where adverts are displayed at the beginning, end, throughout my videos, and on my blog, like on the sides of my blog. And the amount of clicks either on my blog or the amount of views of a video is what contributes to the money that goes to my account. But Google essentially pay me every single month however many clicks, views, basically views is what gets you money through AdSense, and it's literally the tiny minority of the money I make online. It's literally the tiniest, slimmest amount. You have to be getting like 2,000 views for like £1 these days, so it's nothing big at all. If anyone thinks that the amount of views, obviously if I had like hundreds of thousands of views it would make me a lot more money than I'm getting, but I think the most I've ever been paid a month just from AdSense is £200, which is not really a lot in the grand scheme of things, because you know, like you can't live off £200 a month you know. So yeah, that's probably the smallest amount, and that's like the maximum amount I've made on AdSense, just to be clear. Why not? Like fuck it, I don't care anymore. And then affiliate links is something else that people make money through online. I haven't really had much experience in this because I've sort of mainly stuck to like brand deals and like ads on my channels and platforms and stuff, but affiliate links actually a great way to make money, and I know so many people who make a lot of money through affiliate links. One of the main reasons why I can't do it is because you have to have 10,000 followers on Instagram to get the little swipe up, so it's a lot easier to have affiliate links to stuff when you have like that 10,000 follower boundary thing on Instagram. But I also have like affiliate links in some of my recent clothing hauls. I've only literally recently started doing it, past 6 months probably. So I will use shop style, and you basically just can create like a little custom link, and every time someone clicks on the link and buys it through the link, buys an item through the link, then I get like a tiny commission from it. It's nothing, again, like it's usually like 10% or less of whatever is paid, but you're not paying me, if you know what I mean. It's just because you've gone through my link, if you know what I mean. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm really shitty at explaining this because I'm not very clued up on the affiliate sort of stuff. And then I guess 21 Buttons is sort of an affiliate app and anyone can download it. You don't have to be an influencer, a creator, a social media person. You can literally be anyone. You can just use the app if you want to like shop people's looks, or you can use it to post your own looks, and you basically tag all of the items like as little buttons, and you can find your items online, tag them on your outfit so people can go and buy the items like piece by piece if they want them. And I always share mine on there. I'll leave everything, all my links to all of my social media down below as always, in case any of you want to check me out. But yeah, you can download 21 buttons. I'll leave my link down below so you can go through there, which is an affiliate link. You can earn money from it. So say someone buys a pair of my Public Desire shoes and they were £30, then through my link, they'll pay through the website, and then I get £3 from 21 buttons, if that makes sense. I think it's 10%. I'm sure it's 10%. Maybe it's not that much. Maybe it's not that much. It's either 10% or less. That's what 21 buttons is, and you guys can use it too. I'm literally always talking about it at the minute because I literally whack all of my outfits on there. I think it's just such an easy way. Like, if you just have the app, everyone can just go there to look for your outfits. So affiliate links are fab. And then what else have I got? Brand deals. Brand deals is where creators make the most money. I know so many people who have made crazy amounts of money from doing brand deals. Like, that's where the money is at if you're an online creator. So a lot of people jump to the opportunity. Some are a bit wary and some just don't do them whatsoever, like, which is fair enough. I'd say I'm in the middle. Like, I won't accept stuff that I don't agree with, don't think is morally correct, doesn't fit with my channel, and then I go for stuff that I think is really cool and I want to share with you guys. So if they're like a new brand, I love sharing stuff like that, because I think that they're worthy of more people like viewing their stuff and buying their things. I also work with brands that I absolutely love already, and if they contact me, I'm literally thrilled and over the moon. And then I also work with brands if I think it's a good fit for my channel and something that I want to get across to my audience. So yeah, brand deals, brand deals, brand deals. I'm part of a management now, Sharp Talent, whoop. But yeah, I'm part of a management now, which is really handy because it helps me sort out all of like the finance sort of things, and they also are really good at like getting me opportunities to like events. Done like a BBC interview since I've been joined to Sharp Talent, so it's been an absolute amazing opportunity for me. And they also get in contact with brands for brand deals, so a lot of people will contact my management email, and then they'll get back to me, see if I'm interested in anything, and I either decline or accept depending on whether I'm free or whether I think it's the right fit for my channel. So when it comes to brand deals, they usually have quite a specific, most of the time they have a very specific like contract or guideline of what they want you to post in, like a photo for an Instagram post or a YouTube video or a little feature in a YouTube video. I've worked with a number of brands before, and obviously the payment is smaller if you're just featuring in a video in comparison to like having a whole video dedicated to the product or brand. So the most money I've ever got paid for a brand deal is £280, I think. So again, not a lot in the grand scheme of things as me, because obviously I'm not doing this as a full-time job. This is just a little part-time thing on the side for me. But I know people who have been paid thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds for brand deals, which can get really crazy. But I just think social media is the best way for advertising at the minute. I think it's doing an incredibly well, and I really appreciate it being on this side, because a lot of people think it's just such an easy job. Like, and I know it is so easy in comparison to people who are working their ass off. Like when I'm doing my part-time job, I come home exhausted, I fall asleep at 7 PM, I'm knackered, like I just feel death after I've done my shift. So when I can then make money, the same amount of money that I'm working at my full-time job, doing like 4 hours of work instead of 12, then obviously that is easier. It's just time consuming, a lot of effort. It's just quite hard, and sometimes it can be a bit back and forth with you and the brand. So yeah, I'd agree that it is easier than like a labour job, like doing stuff for hours and you're on your feet and it's exhausting in comparison to what people think is just posting an Instagram photo. Yeah, it's easy in that sense, but there is a lot of stuff that goes in behind the scenes towards that, and like I said, I'm aware, I know that it's not that hard in comparison, but it still takes a lot more than I think a lot of people think, because a lot of people are quick to say like, oh, you're just posting an Instagram photo. There is a lot behind it. Some brands pay an upfront fee, which I think is mad. So I know someone who's been paid £5,000 up front to talk about the brand and do stuff before they've even done the work, which I think is madness. Like, fair enough, I think that is great if you get that opportunity, but it's mad how companies are willing to do that. Like, imagine you're working at Primark, for example, and your manager's like, here you go, have 5k and just hope that you work for the next 2 months or whatever. It's quite crazy. So yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. But yeah, brand deals are more like contracted, so you usually have some specific things to say or something they want to get across. Maybe it's like a new collection, a special discount they've got on, something they want to promote because it's like new and helpful for the environment and things like that. It's usually quite good. Like most of the brand deals I've accepted have a really good message that I think would fit my audience, which is why I obviously do it. So yeah, I hope that clears that up. And then lastly, in terms of Instagram, I think this is where people are making money recently. A lot of people on social media seem to be focused on Instagram at the minute, including myself. Like, I am fixated on Instagram. It's a madness. I know people who aren't into like social media stuff will think it's crazy that people can earn money from photos, and it is quite mad. Like, that it's sort of like a business now. And to some extent I actually hate it, because Instagram have sort of been playing everyone at the minute. They don't show my photos to any of my friends. It basically like hides my photos, and at the minute they're trying to get you to pay to get your photos promoted to your own followers, which is a madness. Like, Instagram has just become, I think it was in the Fro who uploaded like an Instagram story the other day about how capitalism has taken over Instagram, and it's so true. Like, they're the ones who are like wanting the money now, which I guess in some ways is understandable, because they've created this platform that is getting people loads of money, so I guess they want a small cut. But also, if people are following me, then I want them to see my fucking posts. Like, essentially people are getting a lot more of their money from Instagram now. Brands will just want you to like pose in clothing, show a new item, bits and pieces like that. Instagram stories are also a great way of people advertising their products and making money. And brands obviously spent a lot of money putting their stuff on the TV and in the newspaper and bits and pieces, but not a lot of people watch TV anymore. Like, I know obviously people watch TV, but more people are on social media than probably watching TV these days. So I think it's a great career, like a great diversion for advertising. And I think bloggers, YouTubers, influencers, creators, whatever you want to call them, are like the best way to get products out to the world. Like, I think it's amazing, and I don't know if I'm being biased because I'm like part in that industry now, but I just think we need to be appreciated more, you know? Like, we're working with brands, like we're still managing to create our own content. Like, I just feel like it's got such a negative connotation that I absolutely hate. Like, I just don't get it. Obviously, if you've got any questions that I haven't covered and you're still unsure and you're quite negative towards the whole thing, then I'd love to answer down below. But yeah, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I'm just a bit like, ugh, with the whole situation. And something else to do with Instagram. I apparently, from what I've seen, heard, and spoken to people about, you're supposed to charge, if you're like doing an Instagram brand deal, you're supposed to charge 1% of your following. So I think at the minute I have like 6,700 followers, so I should be charging £67 for a post minimum. That's just what I've heard, but I don't usually have like a rate for my Instagram. I'm just a bit like, ooh, with that sort of thing. I don't know what is the right or wrong amount to be charging a brand, you know? That's something I'm a bit like with when it comes to my Instagram, because I've been doing it on my blog and YouTube for years, but my Instagram's a bit like, ugh. But yeah, as you probably have known and have seen online, like people like Kim Kardashian have been paid millions just to upload one Instagram photo, which I personally think is ridiculous, because I've got a fucking hair on my face that's really annoying me. Just to post one photo, you're getting £1 million, and people are like working their ass off just to pay their bills. It's a bit ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong, bloggers and creators have been working so hard for years. Like, I'm physically, emotionally, mentally exhausted from this industry. I love it so much, but literally I'm doing my part-time job, I'm at university, and in all of my spare time I'm doing YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm doing my social media. I definitely need a detox, but I'm addicted to my phone because of all of like the business side of things. So it is a struggle. Like, it is tiring in that sense, and keeping up an appearance can sometimes be very hard too. And I just feel like it does take a lot of time and effort to build a following, and then when you get rewarded with money and also working with a really cool brand that is really exciting to share to your audience, it is a moment that you should be proud of and not be like shot down by people, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go on to your guys' questions and see if I haven't answered anything, because this will be interesting. So someone's asked me, are you rich? Absolutely not. Like, I'm literally the least rich person on social media. I work so hard to get money. I try and save up so I can go on like trips and buy clothes and do nice things, but I am not rich. My family's not rich. I just work my ass off and get as much money as I can through different ways, not just online. I actually have like a part-time job as well, so yeah, not rich in the slightest. I'm the opposite of rich. How much did you earn from your last brand deal? I think it was £95. It was something quite small, but yeah, £95. Is YouTube and blogging how you're able to pay for your trips? I'd say to some extent yes. Like, I am working my fucking arse off at my part-time job, and that's paying for a lot of it, but I think because I've got a tiny bit of money saved from my blogging and YouTube stuff, that's allowed me to like go on more trips this year. I have not been on holiday with my family since 2010, so I just want to travel, and even if I can't go with my family, I'm gonna pay for trips for myself so I can go with my boyfriend, with my friends and things like that. Like, unfortunately, we haven't been able to get away as a family because of money reasons, so when I do have it, I just sort of want to spend it. Like, I know some people think that's a bad idea, and like, I do save it, but I save it to travel because I think life's too short not to travel. I really want to see the world, and I'm just worried that it's going to get too late. So yeah, I've just saved up my money, and and paid for trips, mainly with money that I've worked at my part-time job and a tiny bit of my YouTube and blog stuff. Do you think the pay for brand deals is fair for the amount of effort you put in? This is a difficult one because some brands are really generous and definitely pay you way more than you need to be for what you're doing. However, I think for all the stuff I've done, I've been paid the right amount for the effort I've put in. I spend hours editing for YouTube, my blog, my Instagram account and things like that, it's taken me hours and hours, like what I would do in a normal day at work. Although I know I'm sitting in my room and I'm using social media rather than actually like scrubbing tables and serving people, it still is like hard and a lot of effort. It's not hard, sorry, it's more time consuming and a lot of effort. So it's not I just find this difficult to answer because I agree with what you're saying, but also it's only for some brands, and some payments I think are ridiculous, you know. And like I said earlier as well, like people who have like 1 million followers on Instagram, they're gonna showcase this brand's product to thousands of people, which is why they're paying for them for it, because they're gonna bring so many more new customers to their brand. So yeah, I hope that sort of makes you understand a little bit more where I'm coming from. Are there ways to tell if a company is legit? Yeah, 100%. If people are commenting on your Instagram photos, contacting you through Instagram, most of the time it is not legitimate at all. People who are offering you discount codes to buy stuff from their things to promote, that is not a collaboration. You're a customer. If you're getting given 20% and you're paying for something and then promoting it, you're not working with them, you're a customer. And yeah, I just always think if people don't decide not to write my name, or if it's, you can tell it's a copy and pasted email because they usually get your name wrong, just write my blog name or call me Scarlett. I just find it's quite easy to figure out. Like if your gut is telling you that it's a fake brand, it's a fake brand. How do you make money on Instagram? So like I said earlier, it's usually when brands contact and say they want like an Instagram photo for like 50 quid, for example, or if they want 3 Instagram stories and one feed post over the next month, and that's like 100 quid or something. It'll be something like that along those lines. Yeah, and then the last question is, do you have an accountant who helps you, or do you find you deal with finance yourself? So I have an accountant through my management now, which is quite handy because I don't know what I'm doing with that sort of thing. If I did, then I'll obviously share it with you. If that ends up happening at one point, I don't know. But yeah, I literally adore my management, and I am so happy I did it. It's the best move I've made for my YouTube and blog, and I'm so happy I stuck with them. And yeah, they deal with all like the finance and money and chasing up brands now, which is something that I would despise doing when I was working on my own and contacting the brands myself. So yeah, I hope that's cleared everything up, and I hope you found this very interesting. Fingers crossed you've heard something you haven't before. Let me know your thoughts down below, anything that you want me to cover or do in another video. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe down below if you're new, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video. Bye!